to turn off your access to your own money. So you will not be able to buy or sell anything. This is what I mean about how dangerous it is.
You're shut out of the economy if you're a
You
wrong
are shut out of the economy. And of course, it's all subjective, and it will all be in the hands of these Marxists, right? And so you and I won't be able to buy anything. This is why it's so dangerous, because this spells the end of your economic freedom.
Yeah.
And I'm not sure the American people are really paying close attention to it. I'm glad Senator Cruz and some others, Governor DeSantis, they're paying attention to it. But this is moving very fast down the track. And we need more leaders on the Republican side to stand up, and even responsible Democrats to say, look, this is not the path for the United States. Because if we continue to go down the path, you're going to lose all of your economic freedom, and economic power will be centralized in the hands of the very, very few.
And I think there's a lot of conversation about a tax on freedom, a tax on democracy, right? And you look at all those things. Do you think this is one of the greatest threats that we face in the country, is the digitization of the dollar by the Fed?
Yes, 100%. And it's moving along a parallel track with the de-dollarization movement, where you have countries now that are dumping the dollar. It's moving pretty fast. All Saudi Arabia has to do is say, you know what, we're going to start trading oil in different currencies rather than the dollar, to have a complete global and certainly American economic collapse. And that, in a way, they want to instigate that, Sean, because if we have a true economic implosion, they'll ride in as the rescuers with a central bank digital currency.
And we were talking about that in the last segment. I'm frightened that we could lose the reserve status with the dollar. What that does for our economy, a lot of economists don't. But you look at, again, a $32 trillion debt on the way to $50 trillion in the next 10 years. The Fed has a balance sheet of almost $9 trillion. This is disastrous policy to think that the dollar is going to remain the reserve currency for much longer.
Yeah, and if that goes away, then you're going to have the kind of economic implosion we have not seen since the Great Depression. And what does that mean to you and me? That means astronomical inflation.
Yes.
That makes today's inflation look like child's play. This will be Weimar Republic kind of hyperinflation. And really, the only solution to it is going back to the gold standard, which, you know, would be difficult to do, but you've got to have our currency backed with a hard.
I believe that this absolutely will happen. I mean, it's already in the works, that there are many nations upset with us and would love to see us fall. And when we do fall, we will fall very hard. But that's not the only thing. People don't take into account what's happening at our borders. They don't take into account what we're doing in the yellow and blue country. They don't. It's like they have tunnel vision. I mean, she's not wrong, but she's also leaving out a huge portion of the scenario. This will make the Great Depression look like, it'll make it look easy. Everything will be reset in this. I believe it's intentional, and it is to bring about the beast system, and that is the ultimate goal of the digitization of currency and control. It'll all be AI run, and it's coming, friends. The only way to feel peace in this is to get close to God. You don't need a priest, you don't need a church, you don't need a building, you don't need any man. Seek his face, humbly seek his face, continually seek his face, and he will reveal himself to you and the truth. I mean, there's proof for creation, absolutely.